Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are doing our rounds of Crossbell at the moment and the outside, that's done. Only thing we have to do right now is Crossbell itself, and we've done 2 regions so far already, which is basically the downtown district and of course East Street. So the rest still needs to be done, and we need one more shard of Zemurian ore at least. And I do think I know where one is. It's probably at the top of Orca's Tower because we fought the White Aeon there. And so far most of the pieces came from the battle against the Aeons. So there will be a very valid location to check out. And also, well, we need to find a way to get inside the basement of the trade shop, because apparently you can go there, but I haven't found a way yet how. But I'm pretty sure at some point we'll figure it out. And also, there was a book in the trade shop with some items we need to get, which I think at the moment we don't have any of it. And I do want to see if I can get that, because I think we have every book on only except that one. So I do want to see if we can find some way of getting those. If not in this episode, then maybe in between this one and the next one. But let's continue with our rounds. So, harbor or the square? I think I'm gonna go with the square first. What's with the huge tree in the sky? It shouldn't even be physically possible. Wait, should I really be standing here handing out balloons right now? Yes. Yes, you should be handing out balloons right now, because it will ease the people, especially the children. What's with that giant tree in the sky? Just when I thought it was finally safe to come out too. It's not going to come falling down on us, is it? This must be what existential dread feels like. Yeah, like I think I've said it before as well, there's no way to imagine how you would feel when looking out the window and seeing a tree that big and that blue outside. You would go crazy. To be honest, I'm in no mood to shop, but staying at home wasn't doing my nerves any favors. Hopefully things can go back to normal as soon as I can shop for appliances in peace. Well, let's hope things will go back to normal soon enough. Oh, Choco, my sweet little girl. She has no idea how worried her dear old dad has been about her. Come on. I just want to talk to her. There it is. Oh, I'm gonna die of embarrassment if my dad keeps staring holes into me like this. Still, in a way, it's comforting to know he's that concerned about me. You're just realizing that right now? Because I think even in the beginning of Zero, he was still in this shop looking after her, because he was way too worried. Oh, good to see you, SSS. Congrats on finally putting a stop to the big bad president. Crossbell's wild ride isn't over and done with just yet, though. Best of luck to us both, Lloyd. Thanks, we're gonna need it. Don't let anything stop you from keeping this place standing, okay, Wendy? We're going to need someone to tinker with our enigmas when this is all said and done. You betcha, Lloyd. I can send you out there with nothing but my well wishes though, so here, take these. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Wendy. They will definitely come in handy. No sweat. It's the least I can do. Anyway, I'm sure you have more important place to be, so keep safe. Alright? Once all of this blows over, you and me and Oscar should, well, get something to eat together. For old time's sake. Oh, sounds like a plan. Yeah. I hope we get to see something like that at some point. Yeah, I think everything should be in here at the moment. Yeah, I'm a bit low on Seppi because I made a little bit too much cash off it. But it's fine. If we need it, I think I have most of it already over and done with. We can easily grind some more. Yeah, I think the shop owner isn't here anymore. Oh, the light coming off it is pretty and stuff, but I don't know. It just gives me the creeps for some reason. Like, what's gonna happen now? Oh, what's with that giant tree? It's like totally insane. Well, insane, definitely a word for it. Oh, Scott was here a little while ago. Thankfully, he's been holding up okay. Watching him work so hard for all of us makes me want to do my part too. Oh, just wait until you know what he has in store for you. Yeah, he hasn't asked her yet. I'm pretty sure he'll ask her after all the events are over and done with. Weird. Giant tree or not, it feels good to go outside. All that martial law was making me stir crazy. I think I'll take this opportunity to pick up some snacks for Saron. He's gonna love it. I made contact with Chroma and confirmed she's alright. In fact, she's already back working her juice cart, and that daughter of mine really takes after her mama when it comes to making mirror. Well, like the guy said just a few moments ago in Baguio, that as soon as people can go outside doing their normal routine, that calms them down so much. So she's not only there to make money, she's keeping the peace for in one way or another. Yes, I should also make note of that I do make all the food we might possibly need, because I think we have some like 95 and 60 CP recovery foods in there. It might be really good to take with us to the next dungeon. Neston makes some excellent points. I still have a lot to learn, both as an entrepreneur and as a salesman. Nevertheless, I want to do everything in my position to help Crossbell in the here and now. No sooner had martial law ended that the bizarre tree appeared out of thin air. Calvard and Erebonian are no less of a threat either. It begged the question, what could I as an individual do in the face of such unprecedented hardship? The answer is the same for myself as it is for every one of us. We must think rationally and act on our best judgment. A very clean and concise answer, and I totally agree with that. Best thing you can do? Stay calm. Huh? Oh, the best thing merchants like us can do at a time like this is to keep our services open for those who need them. With international trade routes still closed, our supplies are going to be limited, but I'm sure we'll get by one way or another. A new one. Michette dumplings. Yeah, I still also need to see if we want more of these kinds of stuff. And we definitely want to make sure we have plenty of scans as well. 28 is pretty decent actually. Did that tree really just pop out of thin air? Is this a dream? A magic trick? Someone pinch me. Oh, right as we stepped outside, that giant tree popped up out of nowhere. I don't know what that thing is all about, but it had better not get in the way of my retail therapy. While the store will struggle to acquire imported goods, we'll always have our customers ordering to fall back on. We also plan to contract more artisans as part of Handsome Shoe's commitment towards providing customers with a full range of services. Does that mean nope, nothing new? Oh, all of our retailers are committed to staying open to help everyone during these trying times. The same goes for me. I'm gonna do every bit of manpower, no, lady power I have. No one has any idea where the tree came from, but at least it doesn't appear to be any immediate threat. I wouldn't mind if it vanished as quickly as it appeared though. The thing is a terrible eyesore. Well, it is kind of beautiful, it's just very intimidating with how big it is. Well, the sight of that massive tree immediately brought to mind the floating structure that appeared over Liberal last year. At least in this case, our orbits still work. Thank heavens for that. Well, they still work at the moment. Well, I've been mulling it over, and I think it's finally time to launch my new brand. Adversity breeds innovation, as they say. I'm going to roll out fashion lines everyone across the continent will love. It was something with Kagamaru, wasn't it? Let's just try one. Okay, now I'm starting to doubt myself. Do they have one too? They do. I'm just buying an extra one because I thought that when we looked in a trade shop for the Kagemaru things we needed in order to get the book, I thought we didn't have anything. So it could be that the one we own is equipped by somebody, because it has a vase. So, and it doesn't seem Lloyd has one, but okay. So that means we have at least 2 already. I might go back to the store and check if that's actually the items we need. It could just be a coincidence that they have the same starting name. Oh, the blue glow coming from that tree makes it look positively enchanting. How did that tree grow so big? Man, life sure is weird, huh? There's no way for us to see the tree from this angle, right? Nope. I do like the detail of the IBC being all burned up and broken. Nice detail. Alright, that's the store. And I think I am gonna have a quick look for my own sanity. And also so we know if it is the right items, that we can see what will be the other ones that we need to get. And then we can keep our eye open for it. Because if that's the case, it could mean that all the items will be inside the city somewhere. Oh, we need 3 of each. That's why they were all grayed out. Ah, good thing I went back to check. Okay, so it is the Haori and the sandals. So let's buy a few more. Good, good, good. So if we see the other one in another store or whatever, we have to make sure we get enough of it. Alright, one more trip to the store and then we can continue. That way we can deliver 3 and have 1 in our own inventory. Good. Okay, that part is done. Now we gotta make sure that when we go through the entirety of town, every shop that sells something, we gotta make sure if it's in there or not. Because if it is, we might be able to complete that still. I'm not aware of the details, but it seems like we lost an ally in those aeons, or perhaps weapons would be more apt. Whether or not this matters were just, I am positive President Croix only ever procured them for Crossbell's protection. In spite of all chaos he caused, I just can't bring myself to condemn him for it. Well, let us say the worst things in history have been done with the best of intention. I think this is relegated to that as well. Like, I do think at some level Dieter did want to protect Crossbell, but at some point he just lost the plot completely. I think that's what the case is. Because yes, the Aeons would be a great source of protection for Crossbell, but like we saw here, if used wrongly, it's not right. Oh, I know things are looking rough, but don't get discouraged, Lloyd. After all the hardships you've been through, nothing going to stop you from solving this case too. If there's anything I'm positive is that... So, have some confidence and get out there. Thanks, Kate. That means a lot. Oh, my husband said he's returning to City Hall, so I think me and Mimi will head back home. I'm sure there'll be plenty to worry about in the future, but as long as we stick together as a family, nothing will bring us down. And Daddy said he has to go to work now. You're always working too, right, Lloyd? Just so you know, I'm always cheering you for you, so don't give up, okay? We won't. Thanks, Mimi. Well, I suppose it's time I headed back to Orcus Tower. Things are probably strung up in chaos over there too. They're going to need my help to get things back in gear. Very admirable. Because especially knowing what went down in Orcus Tower just recently, it takes a bit of courage to go back again. Well, I think Silteo has finally turned the corner when it comes to cooking. Good for him. Maybe I can retire soon after all. Well, there's no telling what will happen to the city, but I do know one thing. I want to keep making delicious food for everyone to eat. We're gonna have limited access to ingredients going forward, but we can get around that with some ingenuity. I've never been more fired up to cook, so watch out world, here comes Silteo. Well, it's at least better than the dishes he, let's say, invented in Zero, because those were horrible. Oh, Silteo's surprisingly motivated today. It actually made me feel better, despite everything going on outside. Well, I think things have this bright future with Silteo and Nonna working here. Crossbell has quite a lot of issues to overcome before I can retire though. But as long as we work together, I'm sure there's nothing we can't solve. Alright, milk potage. A glowing blue tree, huh? Well, it's getting harder to separate fantasy from reality these days. I think I'm gonna need more caffeine for this. Well, I think we all do, definitely. Anybody up here? No. Alright, then let's go to the shop. Do we want to go by Cope as well? See if we can give him some more food. Feels like the whole city is finally calming down. Aside from that giant spooky tree that is. Looks like we have a long road ahead of us. Times like these call for everyone to do their part. Perfect. Yeah, we don't need to check all of their rooms because we already did that. Yeah. Just want to see if we can find Cope. Meow? We need you to watch over the building for a bit, Cope. No need to worry. We'll make sure Kia comes home safely. Alright, shall we give another big one to the cat? You know, why not? Yes, I know we probably could trade it in somehow, but I'm curious. I want to see what gives us with the Elder King. Gonna come back with the entire car? Confused 2. Ah, is this for me? Thanks, Cope. We'll make sure to put it to good use. Confused 2 ain't bad. I might even use that. Alright, let's get out in front. And I think for the next area, I think the station street would be the good one. Oh, it wasn't too long after we declared our independence that the Transcontinental Railroad suspended operations. What's more, a civil war's broken out in the Empire, and of course the Republic has its own share of problems. I guess my peaceful days of railway gazing are over. This is a good contender for the saddest moment of my life. Yeah, I can't imagine from either side a train coming in. So yeah, he's gonna wait a bit before trains are coming back again. Well, I've decided to go and deliver any surplus goods here in Crossbell City to the rest of the state. That's sad. There's a limit to how much people can spare now that imports have been restricted. But still, while I may just be a simple delivery man, I'll do what I can to aid the cause. Good on you. Well, this is Crossbell Station. We don't have any issues here right now. Well, should we check out the airport as well? We currently have officers conducting an investigation of the airport's landing field. we're going to have to insist that you refrain from entering the search zone. Ah, you're the SSS, aren't you? Thanks for doing what you do. You're authorized to pass, so go right ahead. Okay, so we are allowed to pass, but do not mess with the investigation. Ah, good. Didn't expect us to be able to go in here. Oh, this is my first time coming back to work since the Jaegers and monsters deck the city. Now inbound airmail is suspended, so that's one less service. I wonder how we're going to get by. Part of me questions if our lives will ever return to normalcy. Well, after our independence was declared, the airport became a base to prevent potential invasions from the two major powers. But apparently, those Jaegers that raided the city were working directly for President Kwa himself. I just don't know what to say. Did our faith in the President's words and dreams of independence mean nothing? No, like I said before, I do think it meant something, he just went too far. Well, the police got here a while ago. They're out searching the landed strip for any traces of the Jaegers. Sorry, but we're going to need you to stay away from there for now. Anybody else here? I almost half expected there to be something here, since normally we're not even allowed to be in here. Welcome to the independent state of Crossbell. For your lodging needs, look no further than Hotel Millennium. Well, let's get going. Still nice that we could get in there, though. Alright, that's another region done. I think it's time for us to head to West Street. And we'll pick up the back alley when we get to the entertainment district. There's no car anymore, so we have time to land with the Merkaba. Come on guys, it's time to start patrolling the city. You ready, Ari? Momo? Yes sir, Captain Ryu. Let's go. Alright, Junior SSS, let's do this. It's time to roll out. Junior SSS, huh? Well, I have to say, I'm flattered. Well, considering how it began in 0, yeah, a definite improvement. Me, Rio, and Ari are gonna go help everyone in trouble. The city needs us. Oh, the Junior SSS had a nice ring to it. Rio comes up with some neat ideas every once in a while. We should go help out as many people in the city as we can, if we want to live up to the name. True, but be careful. Well, it's been a long time since I've been able to get a cup of coffees at Morgus. Really makes me wish things in Crossbell would go back to normal, or at least start to. But I guess that can't happen with the gigantic tree looming over us. You know what, now that we are in this area, the thought that just popped in my head is, can we get into Grimwood and can we see what's in the door inside the building? Would we see objects that will prove his involvement of the things that we know now he has done? We'll have to see in a minute. If I plan out on outdoing Oscar, I'm going to have to bake every kind of bread imaginable to make everyone happy. Still, I know I'm lagging behind him when it comes to my actual results. As much as it makes me want to hurl, I'm not going to improve unless I suck it up and take some advice from him. True, because together you know more and you can progress more. Hey, thanks for coming. I baked a loaf of my newest bread, just for you guys, help yourself. The final stretch. Wow, this smells amazing. And it looks delicious too. I know, right? It's my latest and greatest. I figured you all could use it when you're how hard you've been working. Maybe it'll give you that last bit of energy you need to power through. I hope so, Oscar. Thank you. And we can buy it now. Ooh, 25,000 HP for 3,800. To be honest, definitely not bad. He does know how to make a good sandwich, that's for sure. The Doll Burger. Oh, nothing brightens my day like a visit to Morga's bakery. It's like I was born to eat their bread. I'm going to buy enough for the whole family before I return home. Yeah, to be honest, we have a lot of HP, I think 10,000 does its job nicely. But we'll think about it. Maybe we'll get like a 20 loaf of bread just in case of an emergency. Well, the government didn't ration out nearly enough wheat to produce the standard of bread we hold ourselves to. But at least we can get fresh ingredients from America again, now that the travel restrictions have been lifted. I'm going to need Oscar and Bennett to work harder now than they've ever have before. True. At least until we mend the problems with Maribel and Kia. Alright. Let's get down here first. I've been kinda on edge ever since that giant tree showed up. I wish Juno was here right now. She'd know what to do. The big old tree is so blue, it almost feels blue too. I wonder why though. Well, cause Kia doesn't want to do that. That's why she's blue. Oh, my dad has been stuck in a slum since the train stopped running. But he immediately cheered me up once he realized he could start fixing up other machines that run on wheels. Engineers are so stubborn. They are, but they can be very handy. Well, my engineering expertise is going to waste with the transcontinental railroad down like this. Maybe I could focus on orbital bus or car maintenance instead. I think I'll head to the Civic Center and see if I can find some work over there. Good choice. Keeping yourself busy might be one of the better things you can do right now. Ryu said he and the other kids were going to help out the neighborhood. Though how they plan on doing it is beyond me. I want to take this time to teach him the ways of the merchant, but he found a respectable excuse to slip away. Oh well, suppose I can't blame him for being restless at a time like this. Definitely. Alright. Oh, Cecile called a little while ago to let me know she's safe. There was clearly something weighing on her mind though. And I get the impression it wasn't just about how busy the hospital's been keeping her. Would you mind checking up on her when you have the time, maybe just so she needs someone to talk to? Okay, before we continue the main story, let's not forget to visit Cecile. She could be referring to the text we already seen with her, and the fact of the item we got from her. In case it isn't, in case it's something that's unlocked because we talked to her right now, let's have a little check, just to be sure. Because yes, we got the item we wanted from Cecile, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't stand by her in case of need. Oh, that gigantic blue tree came from out of nowhere. No telling what could happen now, but I should probably document it with some photos. Well, for prosperity. Oh, just how does my husband plan to pay for his underground shelter he keeps on going on about? Financial responsibility is one trick that old dog simply refuses to learn. Well, to be honest, he does go by every new trend. When people had cars, he wanted a car, he got a car. And now with all the shit going on, having a doomsday bunker does sound like a nice idea, and of course, he wants that too. The world gets more dangerous every day I get out of bed. That's why I'm thinking of building an underground shelter for me and the wife. Let's see the tree get us down there. To be honest, it might not be the worst idea he's had. At least there is some use for it, if you think about it. Well, they're saying the president had some rather questionable facilities built into Orcus Tower's interior structure. I'm disgusted. I helped design the exterior of that building, but it was only ever a shell to hide his sordid schemes in. He deceived each and every one of us. Good riddance to President Quasi. Oh, my husband may despise the president, but it hasn't stopped him from starting on his newest project. At what happened to the city, he received reconstruction requests from all sorts of companies looking to bolster their security. Hopefully this gives him something new to be passionate about, so he can put all this tower business behind him. And you can say what you want, he might have been deceived in building the exterior of Orcus Tower, but he did do a great job. You shouldn't forget about that. Because the tower looked amazing. Oh, that tree in the wetlands is making me uneasy, but I still have a job to do here. Sol has been practicing non-stop with Arc and Seal too, so I have no excuse to be slacking off. I plan on keeping Elia's apartment spotless until she recovers enough to come home. Well, we never got that key back, did we? Oh well. If you want to talk to people, we might just have to go to our conceal and talk to Sully. Well, with international trade still restricted, we're limited on what kind of goods we can stock. It is nice to see Crossbell starting to edge a little bit closer to normalcy again though. I'll have to work as hard as I can if I want to make sure my family gets through this. I'm sure they will. Potent bamboo remedy. Yeah, and this is the one I like the most because it's 30 CP for only 1,000. 80 might be a bit much, but we can easily afford that. That way, when we're in a tower and we ever need to recover our CP and we don't want to fight numerous monsters in order to do that, we can drink some questionable purple liquids when we're there. Oh, Momo. She ran out hollering about how she and her friends were going to go and help the people of the city. I don't think I've ever seen her so determined before. Letting her play outside without adult supervision worries me, of course, but perhaps it's best that I respect her space a bit. Well, kids need to be kids. You can't always keep them inside. And I do think with Henri and Ryu, she should be fine. Well, we're performing a sweep of the building and its immediate surroundings right now. So far, we've managed to unlock the door to the second floor. Our detectives are hoping to uncover some evidence there. I'm hoping we are allowed in there too. Very curious what we're gonna find there. Oh, Mr. Grimwood, why? Pete? Oh, it's you guys. Good day, SSS. Congratulations on your successful operation. Thank you, Detective Emma. Are you and your men searching the building? Correct. The first division is combing the premises for any possible evidence, material witnesses included. Cruel as it may seem, we're having Pete stand present for the investigation as Mr. Grimwood's ward and sole employee. No, it's okay. I want to help. Mr. Grimwood told me something before he left. It struck me as odd, so I want to come and check it out. Well, that's right. He mentioned wanting you to clean out his desk, didn't he? Odd is certainly the word there. Why would he request that of all things? Especially in a situation so urgent. Well, I think we found the answer to that just a little while ago. Here. Pete pulled out an unsealed envelope. That must be a letter from him. May we read it? Dear Pete, first and foremost, I would like to apologize for leaving you with this letter so suddenly. After I took you in as both my ward and an assistant in my office, the two of us shared many happy days together. For years, I've been stricken with grief over one fateful day in my past, living for the sole purpose of bringing a certain project to fruition, and I could never thank you enough for changing that. There were moments where having you in my life made me second-guess my path, but the wheels were already set in motion. It is too late for me to turn back, and the project has passed the point of no return. So please, Pete, forget about me and live the happy life that you deserve. I will pray to angels from afar that you grow into the bright young man that I know you can become. Ian Grimwood. Mr. Grimwood. We've seized any remaining documents we found in his desk. Among them was a lengthy instructional memo on how to handle his clients moving forward, as well as procedural paperwork arranging for Pete's guardianship. Mr. Grimwood, why do you have to do this? How am I supposed to be happy if it means forgetting about everything he's done for me? Pete. The fact that he's even asked proves he is indeed a fool. Take it from me. One measly ass letter isn't going to cut ties with everyone you're leaving behind. Exactly. Pete, we're going to go track down Mr. Grimwood, and then we're going to shed light on everything he's done and bring him back to answer for it. Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care of Mr. Grimwood. Oh, that we will. Thank you, everyone. Please take care of Mr. Grimwood. From the looks of it, this project of Ian Grimwood has been in the works for a long time. The 1st Division will continue searching the premises of the Grimwood Law Office. I wish you all the best of luck. You too. Actually, the first time we've ever been here. Is there anything we can find? Anything even the slightest bit interesting? Well, we discovered evidence of frequent communication with Orcus Tower on this terminal. This must be where he masterminded his operations, issuing commands to the President, Dieter Croix and his associates. Well, we found some materials related to the alchemy of the Middle Ages as well as the ancient Sumerian civilization. They look ancient. It must have taken years to build up this collection. Just how long has Ian Grimwood been planning all of this? Like he said, he's been planning for it since a very long time. I do like the fact that there is some hesitation in the things he's doing because of the time he spent with Pete. It does make him a little bit more human. But yeah, in the end, even he couldn't stop what's already set in motion. It's been a while since we had dinner together as a family, so I stepped out to get some groceries, but then I saw it. How does a tree even grow to be that stinking huge? It's giving me the creeps. Oh, did you hear? The Haywards are back from America Village. Thank goodness they're okay. I've missed Sophia's cooking lessons. Yes, the family is okay. Well, my co-worker and I were locked inside Orcus Tower overnight. My family must have been so worried. I'm glad we finally made it out of there. Oh, my mother-in-law really helped keep our kids' spirit up while we're gone. I don't think I could ever thank her enough for that. Oh, families ought to be there for one another during times like these. Needless to say, I'm glad my son and daughter-in-law have returned home. Yeah. We aren't there yet, but families being reunited again, going back home, it's a good start. Ah, hello SSS. It does my heart good to know that you're all safe. Did you just get back from America, Mr. Hayworth? I did. We left as soon as we saw the barrier around the city disappear. I'll be heading out the door again soon enough though. Back to work so soon? Sure you don't want to chill with your family a while longer? You haven't slept in your bed in weeks. Maybe so, but I can hardly expect to get any rest when there are desperate Crossbellans out there in need of help. I plan on making my way to Mainz first and continuing from there. I see. You seem always were one to put others ahead of yourself, Mr. Hayworth. As long as you promise to be careful, we won't stop you. Of course, I can only ask that you do the same in return. May the goddess keep you out of harm's way. We'll do our best to be safe, but there's gonna come a time that we have to take some risks. Mama made Papa a lunchbox for his work trip. He used a bunch of veggies that Camille's mama gave us. It looks so yummy. Oh, I thought this would finally be our chance to slow down and relax, but Harold has other plans. Still, he wouldn't be the man I married if he wasn't so thoughtful and hardworking. If helping others is what he wants to do right now, then he has my full support. Yeah. Times like these, you have to support your family. And that's exactly what they're doing. Guy is still walking the path. Well, I heard President Croix was arrested. He had my support when he was inaugurated, but his methods went several steps too far past the line. We have to remember that we live in a world with consequences. Now Croix has to answer for his crimes. He does. Still no way of entering. I think there was not a single time in Azure that we were allowed in there, is it? 3 young guns calling themselves the High Bloods moved into that house not too long ago. But as soon as the barrier of the city dropped, they hightailed it out of here. Back to their native Calvard, no doubt. They don't have a car anymore though, so what's their plan? Are they going to walk back to the Republic? I think they did, because we saw them at the gate, so... Oh, you're heading to that mysterious giant tree, aren't you, Lady Ellie? Don't worry, Joanna. We're all going to come home safe and sound. Of course, my lady. You've returned time and time again until now, so I have faith you'll do the same this time too. Until then, please take care. We'll do our best. Master Henri has assumed temporary command of Orcus Tower for the time being. He is, after all, the only one currently qualified to lead Crossbell, following the President's arrest. This is a heavy burden to place on his shoulders again, but if anyone will give his all for Crossbell, it's him. Yeah, and everybody in Crossbell knows it. And that's also why he's the perfect person to do this, despite his old age. Gotta be honest, someone else should take over and let him actually retire for once. I do think maybe in the future it will be Ellie that's gonna lead Crossbell to a brighter future, but we're not there yet. First, we have to get Kia back. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anything here, since they left in a hurry. Not even a slight little note or a diary that shows us that, no, we're done, the barrier's gone, let's go home. Alright, perfect. Let's see if we can do the cathedral as well before we call it a day. I don't think there's going to be much going on here, but it is part of Crossbell, so we're not forgetting about it. What could have possibly caused that pale blue tree to appear in Crossbell? Will it bring light to this land or disaster? Even us men and women of the cloth couldn't begin to say. Oh, Tamil, I'm so happy you're safe. Oh, thank Idios, thank you for your mercy. Oh, Sister Juju, you don't have to bawl about it, you know? We're glad you're okay too, Sister Juju. Then Kota and Yujit are safe too, right? As are all the rest of the children? Oh, thank you, goddess. What's Sister Juju turning on the waterworks for? We were the ones who were worried about her. Whatever. We can use this to tease her later. Yeah, all the kids in the city are doing totally fine. Thanks for worrying about us, Sister Juju. Yeah, why wouldn't she worry? Because they are her children. The ones that she teaches every week. Alright, nice little trip around the grave, see how everyone's doing. Well, the police came by a little while ago to ask me some questions. Even now I refuse to believe it. There's just no way Ian Grimwood would do something so heinous. We know, it is hard to accept, but it is the reality no matter how much we try to deny it. And the only way to uncover his true motives is to ask him ourselves. Even now I refuse to believe it. There's no way Ian Grimwood would do something so heinous. Who could have possibly ever drive him to that point? Well, apparently one event in his past. And I'm sure when we get to him, we learn about what that is. Guys, tonfas. Oh, my heart aches just looking at them. All those cuts. Must be Arios' handiwork. Guess those two went at it pretty hard. Yeah. But look closely. You can see a lot of smaller nicks and scratches too. There's even marks from all the repeated repairs that were made to them. My brother strove for the truth and never gave up, no matter what barrier stood in his way. These tonfas, they're a reflection of Guy's will, the values he lived his life by. You might be onto something there. If we hope to resolve this crisis and close my brother's case, then we'll have to overcome Arios in process, and Mr. Grimwood too. That's the only way to reach the truth he sought. I'll be looking after those tonfas as a while longer, Guy, so please, lend me your strength. Lloyd, you have the rest of us here too, in case you've forgotten. You're right, man. Well, it's going to take the combined effort of all of us to bring Kia home. You're right. I know I can always count on you guys. Now let's do this. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to put a stop to all of this. Once we finished off the rest of the town. Oh, this is the first time I've been able to visit the cemetery since those monsters showed up in the city. It was anxiety-inducing at first, but I thought of my dearly departed gave me all the courage I needed. I have him to thank for keeping me safe. I'm sure he was watching over me from heaven. Oh, I can almost guarantee you he was. This grave belongs to Mr. Grimwood's wife and children. No reason to stay here, we should get going. Yeah, and this, I think this would probably be the incident that he mentioned that led him down the path he's taking right now. Yeah, I guess at some point we'll have to convince him with one of Lloyd's perfect speeches that he's not doing the right thing. There will undoubtedly be people coming in droves seeking aid from the church. We'll have to prepare accordingly so they were ready to welcome them in. I'm sure the church can handle all of it. Lloyd, Ellie, oh, I must ask you something. Kia, she's inside that tree, isn't she? You could tell, Sister Marble? Oh, by the looks on your faces? Yes. I can't speak as the details of what you're up against, but I do feel compelled to say one thing. As Kia's guardians, it's your duty to bring her back safely no matter what. Am I clear? Of course. We'll do no less. No matter the circumstances, Kia still needs you. And I know that all of you need her as well. Lloyd, Ellie, everyone, do whatever you must to bring her home. Yeah, it's gonna be a very emotional scene, I think, once we get her out of that tree. And I'm pretty sure after that, the tree will wither. Let me tell you, that tree popping up out of nowhere gave me and every trader I know a real shock. I'm not worried though, I know angels will keep us safe as long as we pray. You should try too. Just send the goddess a few prayers and everything will come up roses. Yeah, but if both sides do that, how does that work? Does I just pick the one that is the most righteous in her eyes? I'm not saying that you shouldn't pray. I do think you should curb your expectations. We're gonna make it out safely. Trust me, that's no question. We will save Kia, we will put a stop to this, but we might need to sacrifice a thing or two to get there. Well, the president is in custody now, however. The situation in Crossbell is still anything but encouraging. This land may very well be dragged into the throes of war yet again. Oh, I was finally able to make contact with the children outside the city. It may still be a while before Sunday school classes can resume, but for now, this is a relief enough. That great tree that appears in the wetlands is unlike anything recorded in the Testaments. Contending against it may be beyond the means of mankind. I wouldn't count us out just yet. Leave it to us. And if we prove you wrong and solve this mess, I'll be expecting your full cooperation from now on. If it is for the sake of Crossbell, then I will consider it. May the grace of the goddess be with you all. Yeah, and there's one thing you can say about the Archbishop here. He always has the Crossbell's best interest in hand. Definitely. Alright, that is the church. So that means for now we still have the entertainment district, Orcus Tower, Harbor District, Administrative District, back. We still have a lot to do. Maybe I will do the back alley now while we're here. Yes. Because it's not very big, we should be able to get through it pretty quickly. Oh, we're all struggling right now, so there's this strange feeling of solidarity among all the working gals. I don't even really care about competing for top hostess with my rival anymore. Treating our guests to some good company and their favorite drink is satisfying enough for me. Hey there, pal. Wanna stop by our club? We're throwing a mega happy hour to celebrate the arrest of President Croix. Just keep our Independence Day sale for a while. Back on the download, got it? Oh, come on, Eric, have a drink with me. That spooky mist is all gone. My better time to party up. Go home, Sandra, you're drunk. Oh. It's only a matter of time before Hey returns and sees control of Crossbell's underworld. They may not share Ravash's taste for the limelight, but their influence is everywhere in the shadows. Already I can see traces of it threading its way back into the back alley. I'm going to have to be careful. Yeah, I think we all need to. 50% HP and 30 CP. Not bad at all. We've got 8. Maybe buy a few more later. No sign of anyone inside. Click, 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 click. Oh, so Kroa was arrested and a massive tree appeared in the wetlands, huh? Oh, the Orbanet is being flooded with theories left and right, especially when it comes to that overgrown sapling. This could be my big chance to push it as a brand new tourist attraction. That way I could rake in the riches after our diplomatic ties are fixed. When she sees a business opportunity, she just goes for it. Alright, we also need to consider if we need more of these. Just in case, you never know. Alright, that is the back. Can we get back in the store, actually, to the back door? Nope, it's closed once again. Alright, one more region down for the count. I don't know what that giant glowing 3 deal is, but it's barking up the wrong tree if it thinks it's gonna stop my barking. I have a job to do. Well, the hell's up with that crazy ass tree? It's gonna be breaking a law of physics or two. Hard to party with that thing in the background. This is seriously cramping my style. And here I thought Crossbell was finally beginning to stabilize. Maybe I should just cut my losses and find a way out of the state while I still can. Might be a good idea. Hey there, wanna play? The mist is gone and you know what that means. Time to get your gambling on again. Come in and have some fun. Oh, I don't believe you, Rick. What are you still doing here? You're coming home right this instant. Hold your horses, woman. At least let me exchange my tokens. Oh, shut your mouth. I'm not having any of it. Oh, for the love of ideas. It was just a matter of time before his wife showed up, wasn't it? Oh, does this imbecile not realize how worried I was about him? I'm cutting off his allowance. No more extra mirror for games or anything for that matter. Just when the mist cleared and I finally got in the mood to play some slots. My old battle axe coming marching back in. I must really have worried her this time. That you did. Well, this table hasn't been the same since Miss Reitarosa returned to Calvard. Our thrilling matches together were the highlight of my days. Hopefully she'll come back to our establishment once Crossbell is at peace again. I hope so too. Oh, in my opinion, there's absolutely nothing wrong with us opening our doors right now. Entertainment, after all, is but a tool to divert us from worrying and rest our weary souls. So why not take a break from these troubling times and enjoy a few games with us? Maybe later. Oh, welcome to Barker, everyone. Leave your worries at the door and let's play the day away. 7,000 tokens? Should be enough to go about things. And there it is. Kagamaru Hood. Good. Anything else is interesting? The luck emblem. It's not bad. We do have more new materials to be gotten here. Well, I still have a lot. 16,000 tokens. We don't have that many. Yeah. Just so we have a nice little stockpile, just in case. Hey, Lecter. Hey gang, how's it hanging? Lecter? You're back at the casino and the Eurofication closed too. Good to know one of us is relaxed. What happened to your suit, if I may ask? Well, one of those magic golem things went and put a tear in it while we were duking it out earlier. So I'm here drinking and partying in its honor. I'll bet you are. Anyway, thanks for helping us with the operation, Lecter. We might not have been able to break into Orca's tower without your aid. Ah, don't sweat it. I had a blast. Sure as hell beats doing desk work. It was nice getting some exercise in. You know, for an undercover spy, you really wound up stealing the show back there. Kilika too, for that matter. Who would have thunk you guys could hold your own in a fight? I mean, those fencing skills and that high-level art? Not the kind of stuff just anyone picks up overnight. Well, if you really want to know, I guess I could throw you a bone. Some of my secrets. It all started 30 years ago today. I went on a pilgrimage deep in the Isengard range where an old hermit taught me all I know. Like anyone's going to believe that. Whatever you say, friendo. Hey, no one said you had to believe it. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Anyway, it's probably about time for me to skedaddle on back to Erebonia soon. 50 tokens says the old man's gonna be needing my help again before long. Am I misunderstanding something? Did the Blood and Iron Chancellor not go missing after being shot? As I recall, the Noble Alliance made their move during the chaos caused by the Aeon's assault on the Imperial army. Yep, and they've been occupying Heimdallr for about 2 months now. I swear, it's like making enemies is the old man's hobby. Wish he'd realize how tough it is for us to clean up after him. But all that aside, I have my doubts that even a bullet through the chest could kill him that easily. You seem pretty sure of that. Not concerned at all? Pot meets kettle. From where I'm standing, whether the Noble Alliance wins or Old Man Gilead makes a last second comeback, Crossbell's fate is sealed either way. Well, we don't know for sure what the future holds for us. But before anything else, we're going to head for that Azure tree and bring Kia home. Good on ya. Looking towards tomorrow's important and all, but you're bound to trip if you don't watch your step here and now. There's a reason people always say to focus on what's right in front of you. That's what really matters. That's actually good advice, even if it does sound a little off coming from you. Still, we'll take it to heart. Thanks, Lecter. Hey, just trying to make sure your struggles pay off, alright? I don't want to find out later that sticking around was a big waste of time. Yeah, despite everything besides all the hidden agendas Lecter has, I still don't think he's a bad guy. He's actually really cool, especially in that outfit. I think I'll play a little while longer before I try and figure out a way to get back to the Empire. The old man probably needs my help again soon enough. Man, it's tough being the Imperial Gopher. You're headed for that mysterious tree, aren't you, Randy? Damn, should have known better than to try and hide anything from you, Drake. Please, I'd like to imagine I know you well enough after all this time. Just don't forget the hefty tab you owe me. Those drinks won't pay for themselves. And if you think you can wiggle out of it by dying up there, you've got another thing coming, understand? Yeah, I hear ya. Don't sweat it. I'll make sure we're square one of these days. I get that's just the way these two show their concern. Definitely. There are definitely a bunch of bros together. Alright. Well, considering I think Ark & Seal will probably contain a big scene with Sully, because we did maximize the bonding event, so I'm hoping we're gonna get something from her too. And of course, talking to everyone else around there too. So we're gonna leave it here. Next time we're gonna finish off the entertainment district, go to the administrative, Orca's Tower and all that kind of stuff. And let's see if we can finish off our rounds of Crossbell on the next one, so we can then continue on with the main story, which you know what that's gonna be. We're going to the Azure tree, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the final dungeon, and this time I should be right. Before? Yes, I was wrong, but the Azure tree does really look like a final destination kind of thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's for next time. So for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue our rounds and hopefully make our first steps towards the Azure tree. See you then. Bye bye.